Just finished chapter 10, and it's good. It's good so far. I'm a little bummed that it started with Starling, who was already so cool, and there's dragons, and I'm like, oh shit, I want more of this. And now I'm 10 chapters in, and there hasn't been a single Starling thing yet. But I'm liking it. I like this kind of format where Six of the Dusk is a flashback, and we're getting like little bits because Vathi and Dusk are still here, but they're going back to like when they met and whatnot, you know, with her group in Patji, and he's like, you shouldn't be here, and she's like, well, somebody's gonna be eventually. So I'm digging that. Kokerlee, the bird, which is not an AVR, it's just a special bird, and apparently the birds that are born specifically there have the talents, but not if you take them away from there, they don't get it. So probably some investiture stuff happening there. But Kokerlee is no longer with us. It got like the Cosmere bird flu, which is a bummer. And Sock also got it, but Sock survived. I like this. I like Six of the Dusk being flashbacks within Isles of the Emberdark much more than I like Six of the Dusk as is. Really interesting that Vathi and him are still, you know, talking and working together. But Kokerlee showed him her body for the first time. He's never showed anybody else's body except for his own. So that's really interesting. I wonder why that's happening. Ones above are Scadrians, which makes sense. It seems like Scadrians are like the space people like everywhere now. So they were Scadrians. They lifted their helmets up for the first time after like years, and they had like metal on their cheeks. I don't know if that was like a microphone or something, or if it was something else, but those are Scadrians. Interesting. Dusk also saw himself get like a vision of himself getting killed by one of the Scadrians, which is kind of wild. But then a shard bearer showed up, but summoned a shard gun. I mean, I guess it would stand to reason because they can summon like shard weapons like spears and knives and hammers and staffs and all this stuff. But a shard gun is pretty wild. I wonder who that was, because that had to be somebody of importance. But they could also, wherever Pachi is, they could wear full shard plate and summon their shard gun. So we got some shard stuff happening on other planets. And the Rosharan shard bearer was basically like, hey, listen, Scadrians are getting kind of wild. You can join us or not. Sorry you're caught in the middle of it, but interesting. So like, is Roshar and Scadrial gonna go to war? How would they do that? I don't know, a lot of questions as far as that's concerned. It was also mentioned that the shard bearer was able to like come from the sky, so I'm assuming they were a windrunner. So, interesting. But yeah, like, I'm digging it so far. I want more Starling. You can't start the book with a dragon who's like young and she gets her scales and her first transformation for the first time and like all this such cool stuff, and then boop, no dragon. I want more Starling.